Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday, June 22nd. Crystal here from Find Your Road Home with today's 3-card reading. Please remember, the first card is always for you. The second card is always for someone else. That someone else might be a stranger, a friend, or a loved one. And the third card is something to remember or watch for. It is often an opportunity. All right, so here we are. We're in the downhill slide of the week. And are you ready? Let's get to the cards. So the card for you today is mind. And mind is a reminder from God Universe that our mind is a trickster. And often it tells us things that aren't true. And some of you right now might be struggling with that a little bit more than usual. Maybe your Mercury is in a specific placement. Right now, Mercury in the heavens is in Gemini, which is its home sign. And so for many of us, Mercury almost feels like it's in retrograde right now. Like you might be noticing weird things and communication is tough and like there's weird things coming out that maybe wouldn't normally come out. And it's good. They're supposed to be coming out because there's also this heavy Leo energy in the sky right now, which is all about making sure that we love ourselves. And so we want to bring these things out because we're trying to love ourselves. So all of that's going on right now, and that's playing into this mind card, okay? So we have to pay attention to what soundtracks are we playing. And this one isn't telling us to tap into our heart, but always remember, if you need clarity from your mind, you just tap into your heart and your heart will help you, okay? This is an immediate stop. So stop whatever the crap is you're doing, however it is that you're trying to push the situation so that it works out. Stop it. We're not doing that. We're going to go with the flow. It's a waterway. So we're going to stop trying to control it because that's the problem. Our mind is trying to control it. And there's a whole bunch of things there that our mind can't even conceptualize. And so that's why it's spinning in the way that it is. It's a past and a future. And of course, it's got all kinds of emotions tied up into it. Okay. So today is one of those days that we're just going to really pause for a second and just pay attention to that. Are we giving ourselves that self-love that we need? Yes, we need to use and speak our truth, but sometimes the way that we best use our throat chakra is to not speak. That's a tough lesson for me, especially if you're, and it might be for some of you as well. If you're someone who has worked really hard to learn to use their throat chakra, then it's really hard to go, oh, wait, you mean I'm not supposed to use it all the time? Dang it, I was really having fun with that. So we're not supposed to use it all the time. Sometimes we're supposed to. Everybody doesn't need to know everything that we think. It's okay. That's a message for me. Everybody doesn't need to know what I think. It's okay. You don't need to know what I think, do you? Oh, wait, that's why you're here. All right, are you ready? So that's mind today, okay? I would really like to kind of make light of it. Notice it was not a toll, okay? It is all about going with the flow and embracing that water, okay? Because it's Cancer season. It's Cancer season, and it's all about water and flow. Okay, are you ready for the card for someone else today? Please remember, someone else might be a stranger, friend, or loved one, and it could be us, okay? All right, so that card today is lead. And lead is that reminder from God Universe. We just had it the other day that we are supposed to stand next to our friends and we are supposed to lead beside them. We are not supposed to be in front of them, preaching to them and trying to get them to follow us because that is not the way. It is not about standing in front and being at the pulpit anymore. It is about leading from beside and doing with and going together and experiencing. That's what it's all about. And so today, that's what it is. We're leading from beside. Now, since this is an outreached hand, It could also be that we are reaching our hand out to a friend to help. Okay. So it also could be that we're leading from beside, but we're also reaching that hand out to our friend to pull them up beside us so that we can go. Okay. So those are the things that it could be today. This is all about green go. So once we recognize that we need to be beside our friends, not in front, it's going to be smooth sailing, no hurdles, immediate change. Immediate change. This is about doing something different. And it's about earth. So grounding energy. Yes. Earth. Oh, earth leadership is just so beautiful. Ooh, it's so great. Okay. It's just strong and just so grounded. And it just doesn't, they feel emotions, but they don't get like wrapped up in them. And they don't get crazy like the fire and the water people do. They keep themselves fairly grounded. All right, so we're going to lead from beside today. Our friends need to remember to lead from beside. We need to remember to lead from beside. All right, because the mind is a trickster, man, and we all need help with guidance through the minefield of the minefield of the mind. Okay? That was a good one. All right, so next is the remember or watch for card. That card today is Soar. And Soar is that reminder message from God Universe that pay attention. God Universe thinks your ducks are in a row. And they might be giving you those opportunities to take those first steps today. So watch for those. Watch for the opportunities to soar, to take your first steps, to really make an effort at being that better person that you want to be. Okay? So that's what it all is all about today. Whether it's just being a better person, maybe it's you're starting a new adventure. I'm starting a new class. Maybe you're getting ready to have a ceremony and it's going to be like your first major one. And so you're a little anxious and excited about it. It's okay. This is the sign that we are ready. We are ready to do this. Our ducks are in a row and we're ready to go. Okay. It's so exciting. All right. So this is another green go and another yellow freeway. So as soon as we like, oh yeah, I see it. There it is. Let's go. Take that first step. It's going to be good. And you're just going to soar like this hot air balloon, which I love, hot air. And it's all about the future. Okay. So we're going to process that stuff. We've been processing wants and needs all week, right? I mean, we had that 2 days in a row. I don't know if you all noticed it. The first day it was need, and then the next day it was want. And they were trying to get us to understand the same thing twice in a row. Okay? So hopefully we kind of figured that out and we're focusing on our needs. And because we're doing all that and we've got that all lined up, we're going to be able to soar. Okay. So let's just recap because, I didn't finish soar. It's an earth. So you've made that plan. The ducks are in a row. You've made your plan. You've probably written it down. You might even have a list or two. I would be really proud of you if you had a goal and like an action step. Like, yeah, one day I might actually put that class into play because that's really, truly like my passion is helping people set goals and then helping people create their action steps to get to those goals. So how have you done that today? And if you've done that, then there's going to be something today that you're going to get to do because it's your reward from God Universe that, hey, you've been working on your plan. Nice job. Let's go. Here's your first step. Especially if you're able to quiet your mind. Yeah. So don't let your mind get in the way today, friend, so that you are able to soar. Okay. All right. So, such a beautiful, beautiful reading for a Thursday. I was a little worried because me personally, I'm going through some stuff and my Mercury Mercury is very heavy in my chart. So when Mercury is in its home sign of Gemini, apparently that like just tears me up. And I need to pay a little more attention to my low side of my Mercury. And so it's good that the problems that occurred because it's just one more layer of ferreting out any limiting beliefs that I have, any like it's peeling off those layers of, oh, here's another layer of yuck. Oh, here's another layer of yuck that might be holding you back. And so while it was very uncomfortable and I still am slightly worried about will these friendships survive, the truth is those layers needed to be peeled off. I needed that awareness to myself, of myself and what I do and the bad things I do. Please know if you can't see me, I'm doing air quotes. I really do recognize that they're not really bad things, that they're just shadow. Okay. And shadow just happens. And we have to give ourselves grace. Our egos frequently get in the way, even when we're doing beautiful soul work and we think we've gotten to the point that our soul is there, we're ready and we're doing great and we're going to be a great leader and we're going to really model great things. Guess what? Great leaders make mistakes and they have to model the appropriate way to work through those mistakes. And so I feel like that's what my opportunity in this time was. And that is a whole different way to take on growth mindset than I have ever taken it on before. So it's the first time that I've taken on a problem and been able to remove the guilt from it and just really process the emotion and how I can be a better human from what I've done. And that's going to allow me to grow and soar in a way that I've never grown and soared before. And so all that that processing says for me, friend, is when you're in a situation and you're beating yourself up because you've done something and you know it wasn't right. Like you're looking at yourself going, golden rule, Bellamy, you didn't follow the golden rule. Okay. And so then you have to fix it. That's how you model the appropriate thing. If you don't fix it and you just ignore it and you just act like it didn't happen, that's when the real problems occur. Okay. And that's when the friendships fall apart. The friendships shouldn't fall apart when you address the situations and you try to handle it. Okay. So if for some reason my friendships fall apart, it's okay, because I'll know that they weren't the right ones anyway if they didn't last. Because if I'm coming from a place of true and genuine, then my true friends would recognize that and give me grace. So just like I would do for them. So, okay. So that's my little personal story for this Thursday. I don't know if that resonated with anyone, and I don't even know if it tied to any of the cards other than mind. It definitely tied to mind. Okay. So those are those soundtracks that you play in your head, and they get in the way of your friendships. And so just keep those things in check every once in a while. They might sneak up on you and your ego might sneak in there and you don't even know it. Okay. All right. So it is going to be a beautiful Thursday. Go out there with kindness. Do nice things for other people. Remember other people's mental health. Remember that we are all just beautiful human beings that deserve love. Okay? All right. And that, my friend, leads me to I love you. Mwah. Have a fabulous, beautiful Thursday. See you tomorrow.